So, good. All put together here now. So, I slide my chair back just a bit, and I'm gonna center in the chair here this morning. So for the next hour, you've got nowhere to go and nothing to do except be right here in space in your body. So just settle, release down, feel the connection, noticing the sensations as you breathe. Soften. And the jaws released, the shoulders relaxed, legs and hips. Remember, as we practice today, less is more. So be mindful, take care of yourself. No pain in yoga. You can rest whenever you want. So let's all take a deep breath in and open the mouth and let it go. And a second deep breath. And sigh it out. Yeah, good. All right. Moving back to the mat. Got everything I need. And I'm going to come into a cross-legged seat this morning. Good. All right. And in a cross-legged seat, what you're trying to accomplish is the knees lower than the tops of the hips. So again, if you take your thumbs and you find the tops of those hip bones, just about even with the belly button, and the knees should be the same height as the tops of those hips or lower to avoid this rounding back. And then you lift up tall. And if you're in whatever position you're in, cross-legged seat or hero, resting the hips back on a block or the heels, just lift up from here. Good, all right. Bring the hands out to the side with the fingertips down on the floor. And as you inhale, lift the hands and arms. And then exhaling, reaching wide, hands come down. Turn the palms up, inhale and lift. And exhaling. One more time, hands come up, and the palms can come together if that's okay for you. Reaching up, and then if you choose, take the gaze straight ahead, draw the arms back, feeling that, ooh, that nice sensation in the shoulders as you draw the arms back. Exhaling, the hands come down. Inhaling, take the shoulders up toward the ears and then draw the shoulders back. Let the shoulder blades come toward the center and then come down onto the back. And release. Inhaling, the shoulders come up and then draw the shoulders back and down. And one last time, inhaling, coming up and exhaling the shoulder blades down. Good, breathe here. And release. Bring the left hand across to the outside of the right thigh, take the right hand behind. Come up tall now, and then spiral, looking over the right shoulder. Inhaling, coming to the front, bring the right hand across, release the shoulders, twisting left. Inhaling, coming to the front, and again, take that twist to the right, extending the right arm if you choose. And coming to the front, twisting to the left, and extend to the left if you choose. And it's exhaling back to center. Extend the right arm straight out, lift up tall, and as you inhale, take the right hand up toward the ceiling, gazing up toward the lifted hand. Reaching, and then turn the palm to the outside. Follow the hand with the eyes as the hand comes down toward the back of the mat. Fingers brush across the floor, coming out in front and up. And exhale as you take the hand down. And inhale as the hand lifts. And one more circle, exhaling. And inhaling up. God, yeah, reaching, bring the left hand out, slide it out, arc over to the left. Good, breathe. Turn the gaze down toward the left hand on the floor, still drawing the right shoulder back and reaching, and then turn the gaze back toward the lifted hand. Bring that hand back up to the ceiling and exhale, release. And yes, oh my goodness, you go, I was getting tired in that right shoulder. So bring the left hand out in front, and as you inhale, lift the left hand to the ceiling. Let the gaze follow the hand, and then turn the hand to the outside, exhaling, bring the hand down, fingertips to the floor. Coming out in front, the hand lifts. Stay long and tall here, exhaling, bring the hand down, and inhaling, lift it back up. And one more, exhaling and inhaling. Bring out the right hand, slide it out. Stay strong through the left shoulder and the left arm. Relax the neck if you can. Take the gaze down toward the right hand. And then turn the gaze back toward the lifted hand. Bring the left hand back up to the ceiling. Draw that arm down as you reach high and release. Good. Just move here, bicycle the shoulders, release, just move the head, release the neck. Good. Bring the hands out in front. Fingers spread, palms together, reaching forward, but stay tall. And interlock the fingers and turn the palms to the outside or toward the top of the mat. And as you inhale, draw the shoulders back and the hands drift up toward the ceiling. Exhaling, round here, chin to chest, pressing the palms forward. Inhaling, shoulders back, hands lift. And exhaling, chin toward the chest, pressing forward. And one more time, shoulders back, hands lift, exhaling round. And then turn the palms toward you, release, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Bring the hands behind, interlock the fingers again, press the heels of the hands together, and bring the thumbs to the sacrum. Then lift up tall. Bring the elbows toward the center, opening the heart. Press the thumbs into the sacrum and breathe. And straighten the arms, still squeezing the hands together, lifting the hands away from the body. Stay tall here, strong through the arms. Light Ujjayi breath. Oh, good. And release the hands. Again, moving gently here. Inhale, lift up tall. And on your exhale, bring the heart toward the top of the mat and come down. Let the head release toward the mat. And lift the head just a bit. Take the heart over toward the right knee and arc or just fold over the right leg. Inhale and come up, and then move the heart toward the left knee. And inhaling, come on back up. Bring the hands behind the hips. Let the head fall back, taking the gaze up toward the ceiling, pressing the heart up toward the ceiling. And if you choose, you can lift the hips off the mat. Good. Inhaling, coming back up to that upright seat. Bring out the right leg. You can support that leg behind the knee as you press out toward the top of the mat through the heel of the foot and circle the toes. Take those circles the other direction. And point the toes and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. Good. Press out through the outside edge of the foot. So outer rotating that right thigh. And then press out through the ball of the foot and the heel. Good. And bring that foot in. Take a hold of the right foot with the left hand, the outside edge of that foot. Support the right knee with the right arm and rock the baby. And the foot can be low, it can be high, wherever you find the sensation that feels okay for you today. And take a hold of the outside edge of that foot, or use your strap or your belt or your tie, extending that leg. Try to stay tall here. And take the foot to the right. With a little bend in that knee, no sensation or no uncomfortable sensation behind the knee. And bring the foot to center, and you can change hands with the strap or cross the left hand over to the outside of the right foot, taking the foot to the left. Again, let the shoulders release. And again, if you want to if you choose, you can extend your right arm out and back. Don't forget to breathe. And bringing that leg back to center. Press through the heel as you lift the leg a little higher. And release, pressing out. Good. Scrunch the toes and spread the toes and scrunch and spread. And then bring the right foot down. Take that breath. And bring out the left foot. Support the leg. Circle the toes. And go the other way. And point the toes and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. Spread those toes. And then press out through the outside edge of the foot. And good. And now bring the foot in, drawing it toward the belly or the chest, supporting the knee. Flex that left foot, protects the knee. And then extend that leg with the strap or the hand. Take the foot to the left. And then center, crossing over. Extend the left arm toward the back of the mat if you choose. And coming back to center, lifting the foot a little higher. Release, the leg is strong. Scrunch the toes and spread the toes. And scrunch and spread. And scrunch the toes and open those toes as wide as you can. And then bring the left foot down. Ah, yes. Just take a deep breath in here. And let it go. Come over onto all fours into table. Gripping the mat with the fingertips, feeling the palms on the hands on the mat. And as you inhale, take the gaze straight ahead. And as you exhale, let the head drop toward the top of the head toward the mat. And bring those hips back toward the heels, exhaling. Elbows come down, moving forward and up, gazing ahead, exhaling. Chin toward the chest, and hips back toward the heels. 2 more times, inhaling, gazing ahead, exhaling, rounding up, and moving back. 1 more, inhaling, And exhaling. And coming back up into table, take a breath here, move. And keeping the gaze straight down between the hands, just move the hips over to the right. Shift your weight onto the right knee, pressing the ribs and the hips to the right. Inhaling, come to center, keeping the gaze straight down, coming onto the left knee. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, take everything to the right. And inhaling, take everything left. And inhaling, coming back to center. We'll do some circles here. So take the body out to the right, open the knees a little wide, bring the hips back toward the heels, and now everything to the left and coming up and forward. Little sensation in the wrists, then exhaling to the right and back, inhaling to the left and up. Getting long as you come forward and gently rounding as you take the hips back. Exhaling and inhaling. And take the rotations the other way. Left and back, head drops. And to the right and forward, head lifts. Exhaling and inhaling. And the next time you bring those hips back toward the heels, just let those hips settle back toward the heels. Bring the elbows down to the mat and let the head release down, and you can rest the head on crossed arms or a block or the mat. Now extend the hands up toward the top of the mat, keeping the hips back toward the heels. Spread the fingers wide. Press those fingertips down into the mat, then let the head go between the arms. The elbows are off the mat, so your arms are straight and strong. And now, just as you exhale, release the head down toward the mat with each exhale. And lift the head just a little bit. Take the hands off the mat to the right side. Bring the left hand onto the right. Draw the left hip back. And let the head gently move toward the right knee. And bring the hands to center. Take the hands to the left. Right hand on left. Head toward the left knee. And bring the hands back to center again, reaching way up there toward the top of the mat. Hands shoulder width. Let the head go. And lifting the head as you inhale with straight arms, bring the body up and forward into knee plank. You might bring the knees in just a little bit. Good. Get a sense of a straight line from the top of the head to the knees. Sometimes a mirror is handy. Bend the elbows in, well, just bend the elbows, keep them tight to the chest, and then straighten the arms. So bend the elbows, come halfway down, press and come back up, and then bend the elbows and come back up. Good. Exhaling, take the hips back toward the heels. Bring the hands and arms in, rest the head, come into your resting pose. Extend the hands all the way up there toward the top of the mat, hips back toward the heels. And as you inhale, come up and forward into knee plank. So bring those elbows, rotate the elbows in toward the body. Strong through the arms, bend the elbows, press back up, bend the elbows, and press back up, and bend the elbows, and press back up. Now gently let the hips drop toward the mat as you gaze straight ahead. An upward dog. And as you exhale, take the hips back toward the heels. Again, bringing the arms and hands in, rest the head on the arms. Come back up into your table. Extend the right arm straight out to the side. Draw that arm into the shoulder, and as you inhale, the shoulder lifts and the hand and arm lift toward the ceiling, strong through the shoulder, the arm, and the hands and fingers. Letting the gaze drift up there toward the ceiling and breathe. Exhaling, bring the hand down and under. Take the right side of the face to the mat, the left elbow to the mat. Reaching through, that right shoulder is down on the mat. Extend the right hand or bring it to your back, to your sacrum, palm in, palm down, or to the ceiling. Your choice. And gently turn the gaze up toward the ceiling. Bringing the left hand under the left shoulder, press back up, extending the right arm, opening to the right. And exhale, bring the right hand down into table. Take a moment here to move and breathe. And extend the left arm, and the left shoulder lifts, opening to the left. So you've got that arm locked into that shoulder. Exhaling, bring the left hand down, slide it under, left shoulder to the mat. Gently taking the gaze toward the ceiling. Bring the right hand in, coming back up. Extending, spread those right fingers, spread both fingers on both hands, reach. And exhaling, bring the left hand down, back into table. Move here. Make it feel good. Now bring the knees together and the feet together, or you can put a block between your ankles and bring the hips back toward the heels into hero. And then lift up tall. Bring your hands behind the feet. Fingers point to the top of the mat. And you can rest here, or if you choose, you can just gently lift the knees off the mat. I'm beginning to feel some sensation now in my quads, especially if I come back with the body and gently press those knees down toward the mat. Good. Bring the knees back down, coming up a little bit. Press with the mat, under the mat with the hands, and lift the hips toward the ceiling. Let the head fall back. And now there's more sensation in my quads. And bring those hips back down, coming back up into hero, and bring the hands to the thighs. Take a deep breath here. Yep, all right. Come back over into table, bringing the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. Bring the right foot to the top of the mat. So we're moving into low lunge. Remember that the idea here is that the hips are lower than the knee or lower than the chest. Let's put it like that. So if that doesn't work for you, if you're kind of like here, then a block or a book or something will help you get lifted so that those hips drop below the level of the heart. And then move the knee a little further forward toward the top of the mat, but not ahead of the heel of the foot. Taking the gaze straight ahead and breathe. Bring the hands to the front knee, Draw the shoulders back, and then lift the hands to the ceiling into crescent lunge. And hands come to prayer at the heart. Prayer twist to the right. Bring the left elbow across. Lift the right elbow to the ceiling. And breathe. And the hands come to center and down to the blocks or the mat. Again, bring the shoulder blades onto the back. Gaze straight ahead. And as you exhale, bring the hips back, straightening the right leg. Keep the toes down on the mat. Press the belly toward that right thigh. And flex the right foot. And coming back forward into low lunge. If you choose, curl the toes, and for just a breath or a couple breaths here, we're going to be in high lunge. So strong through this lunge, this high lunge. Straighten, that back leg is as straight as you can get it. Breathe, allow the hips to settle. And bring the back knee down. Bring the right knee back beside the left. Coming back into your table. Just breathe. And bring the left foot to the top of the mat. Finding that low lunge. Let the hips settle. Lifting the gaze straight ahead and moving the left knee gently toward the top of the mat. I'll bring the hands to the knee, staying low here. And now the hands and arms lift, gazing toward the ceiling. And the hands in prayer. Prayer twist to the left. And bring the hands back to center. Down to the blocks of the mat. Again, taking the gaze ahead, staying low in the lunge. And straighten the left leg. You can move the hands back as that leg straightens. Draw the left hip back. Press those left toes down into the mat. Breathe. Stay long through the spine. Now flex the left foot. Coming back forward into low lunge. Curl the toes. Strong high lunge here, just pressing back through the heel. Bring the right knee down. Release the right toes. Bring the left knee back beside the right. Back to your table. Ah, good move. Curl the toes and lift the hips to downward facing dog. Feel down through the hands, feel down through the feet. Bend those knees, really press the hips back toward the back of the mat. And step the feet toward the hands. Inhale, come to half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Work those heels. Check the heels turned out slightly. Top of the head toward the mat. Knees bent, belly touching the thighs. Bend the knees, press with the feet, round up slowly. And then draw the shoulders back, take the hands and arms wide, coming up toward the ceiling with the hands. Exhale, come to mountain pose. Right, okay. Yoga flop, ragdoll. Step back with the right foot. And the right toes are turned out a little bit. Keeping the hips, the hip bones, square to the top of the mat. So you're drawing that right hip bone back a little bit. Keep a bend in the left knee. Bring the hands behind, interlock the fingers, go to reverse prayer if you choose, or grasp the elbows. And keeping everything toward the front of the mat, exhale and fold over the extended or that front left leg. Let the head drop toward the knee, lifting the hands to the ceiling. I get long through the spine. Inhale and come up. Keeping the shoulders back, press the hands down toward the mat. Let the gaze drift up toward the ceiling. And inhale up. Release And step the right foot up beside the left. Ah, yes. Step back with the left foot. Bring the hands behind. Find the setup that works for you. Squeezing the heels of the hands together. Reverse prayer or the elbows, either way. And then exhale and fold. And if the fingers are interlaced, lift the hands to the ceiling. Inhale, coming back up. Pressing the hands toward the mat as you gaze up. Coming back up, release, and step to the top of the mat. Our spinal flow. So come into your mountain pose. Feet hip width or closer if you choose. Lifting up, pressing down into the mat with the feet. Gripping the mat with the toes. From mountain pose, inhale and bring the hands up. Gaze lifts if it's okay. Hands together if that's okay for you. Exhaling, take the right hand down, looking up to the left. Arcing right. Inhaling up. And exhale, arc left. Gazing up to the right. Inhale up. Exhaling. Turn the palms to the ceiling as you twist to your right. Inhale up. Exhaling, that twist to the left. And inhaling up. Exhaling, hands in prayer through the heart. Hinge at the hips. Stay long through the spine here as you move into forward fold. Put the belly on those thighs with bent knees. Let the head come down toward the mat. Inhaling, bend the knees, arms and hands out in front. Press and come up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Exhale, mountain pose. And yoga flop. We'll do one more series standing and then move down to the mat to finish up. Step back with the right foot. Pretty good step. And those toes can be turned out a little bit, the back toes, or you can come up onto the toes in the back. So bring the arms up overhead, and that front leg is almost straight. And as you exhale, bend the front knee, bend the back knee, bring the hands and arms down, fists, elbows beside the body. As you inhale, lift back up. As you exhale, fists strong through the arms, bending the back knee, down toward the mat. Inhaling, lifting back up. And exhaling, bend the back knee. Elbows beside the body. Breathe. Inhaling, lifting back up. Bring the hands to the hips and step the right leg forward. So you went, okay. Step back with the left foot. Now this works a lot better if you're up on those back toes. Take a breath. 2 lanes for the feet. Come onto the back toes. Lift the hands to the ceiling. Exhaling, bend both knees. Take that back knee down toward the mat. Elbows in, fists tight. Inhale up. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale up. Exhale. And now hold and breathe. Inhaling, lift back up. Bring the hands to the hips and step to the top of the mat. All right, that was the toughie for today. From mountain pose, inhale up. Exhale into the forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Take that breath. Bring the knees down, or not. Exhaling, lower. Come into cobra. Press the toes into the mat. Legs are strong here. Lifting the head and upper chest. Good. Exhale the chin down to the mat. Bring the hands down by your side, palms down. Take that breath. And lift the head and upper chest. The feet and legs, hands and arms. Locust. One more deep breath. And exhale everything down. Take the right side of the face to the mat, palms up, heels out. Left side of the face. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Lift up to table. Just take a breath here in table moving. And now bring the feet around to the front. Bring the feet about halfway in, the hands behind the knees, and gently come down onto your back. Good, all right. Bring the right knee into the chest. The left foot can be on the mat or the left leg can be straight. Gently draw the right knee into the chest. And take the right foot straight up to the ceiling. Good, all right. Right foot is flexed, pressing up. Lift the head and the chest, lift the left leg, and reach past that lifted knee with both hands. Exhaling, take the left leg down, release the head and the shoulders to the mat, the hands that come down to the mat. Still strong through the lifted right leg. As you exhale, let that leg slowly lower toward the mat. Point the toes and lift it back up. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Flex and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Breathe. Bring the left knee into the chest. And take the left foot straight up. Strong through that leg. Lift the head and the chest, lift the right leg, reach forward with those fingers and hands. One more breath. Exhaling, the right leg down, the head and or the back of the head, shoulders, hands. And now slowly lower the left leg. Point the toes and lift. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Flex and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good, all right. Bring both knees into the chest and just gently rock. And the feet come down to the mat, arms wide. Let the knees fall to the right. Turn your gaze left. Knees to the ceiling, knees left, gaze right. And knees back to the ceiling, legs long. Reach the arms behind with a long, deep inhale. Reach through the fingers, press through the heels, big, long body stretch. Exhale to Savasana. Yoga resting pose, let it all go. Just see if you can soften every part of the body. Fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, moving. Stretch if you'd like. And when you're ready, you can come back up to seated. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.